Hey, what's going on guys? Me Cova and welcome back to another episode of a transfer gossip video. We've got so many big rumours potentially going down, so make sure you do drop a like and obviously subscribe if you are new around here. So we're kicking this off anyway with a goalkeeper. This is Ederson. He is a Brazilian goalkeeper currently playing for Benfica, and he is interesting Manchester City. They obviously need a new goalkeeper. Let's be honest, Bravo really is crap. He's been dropped for Caballero now, which kind of says, yes, you know, he isn't like their first choice goalkeeper anymore. He's certainly got issues. He's like, what, 33 to begin with. But they are ready to go for Benfica's Brazilian goalkeeper in a £44 million move. Notice birth date 1993, which means he is 22. Sorry, 23 even. And he's got a long-term future, so it could be a long-term deal. Probably would be a great sign to get a long-term goalkeeper in. They did have obviously Joe Hart for quite a while, and it paid off really well. Joe Hart was great for a very long time at Manchester City. Next up is Benjamin Mendy. He's turned into a very hot prospect. Arsenal scouts was present at the Manchester City versus Monaco game recently, where Monaco scraped through. They're interested in trying to get him from Monaco. I don't see why not. He looks excellent whenever I've seen him play. Big, strong, powerful left-back. And he has got a lot of pace to boot as well. Next up is a guy called Lejeune, currently playing his trade in Spain with Eibar. Arsenal and Spurs are set to battle this one out for him. Not gonna lie, I haven't seen too much of him, but he isn't highly rated in terms of the ratings on FIFA, just for an example. Next up is Joe Hart, obviously getting constantly linked to the move away from Manchester City, a permanent one this time. Southampton will consider a Hart move if Foster leaves Everton. Gylfi Sigurdsson's constantly getting linked to the move away from Swansea. Everton will make a move for the Swansea midfielder if Swansea go down. So, providing that Swansea do get relegated, they will most likely sell Sigurdsson, but I'm not too sure. Tom Cleverley's next up. He is one game away from triggering a permanent move to Watford, which is quite interesting. They had that kind of clause in his deal. I think he's a decent player. He'd probably do really well for Watford, just getting a permanent run of games, being more of a star man, and being in that first team would be helping him a huge amount. Next up is a player who is dubbed. Now, you know, dubbed. Apparently the Marley like Vardy or something like that. He's dubbed that. Apparently, Spurs and Liverpool are ready to battle out for the Porto. He's currently on loan at, I think, Belenenses, and he is obviously currently at Porto instead. They're the parent club, and they've always been ready to cash in. And this guy's been doing all right. Not saying he's a world beater, but he is interesting. Maybe like Liverpool and Tottenham, mainly because they may go in for him as a backup striker. Next up is Marquisio. He is getting linked to a move away from Juventus. I think constantly Juventus players will always get linked with a move away. This time, both Manchester United and Chelsea have inquired about Marquisio. There is no, potential deal happening. They're just ready to go in for him in the summer, should he be available to leave Juventus. Ross Barkley, again, a lot like Lukaku's getting linked to a move away over how long he's got on his deal, basically. He's another Everton player who's got 18 months, like Lukaku, on his contract, and he's interested in Spurs, but it wouldn't surprise me if Manchester City also would be interested in Barkley due to the fact that he's English, and he's a half-decent English player as well. Next up is Simeone. He is the son of the Atletico manager Diego Simeone, and he is getting linked to the move for Everton. As we mentioned then, Lukaku is probably looking to move away, and Everton see the Genoa striker as the Lukaku replacement for the future. He's quite young, so they're kind of like trying to build for the future anyway, Everton, so it would make sense to go in for someone who is, 21, 22? Mbappe is next up. He is an absolute monster of a player. Manchester United are ready to go for the Monaco Starlet, plus his teammate Bakayoko. Will cost a hell of a lot. At the end of the day, they did pay, 40-odd for Martial. Martial's a fantastic player. Mbappe looks just as good, if not better. And then Bakayoko would be an absolute monster at centre mid for United. Bonucci is constantly being on the radar of Chelsea, but it's Manchester City who are ready to pay 50 million plus for the Juventus centre-back. If I was them, I'd try and get rid. I think he's 28, 29, so there's a lot to make from him before he does go towards an old age. Hwang Min Son is next up. He's getting linked to move away from Tottenham due to his big form. Inter and Sevilla want Son from Tottenham. He's obviously not a guaranteed starter, so it's interesting that just because of that, he may be making a move away. Antonio Rudiger is next up. He was constantly getting linked to the move away in both the last summer and January transfer window, and Manchester City are still keen to sign the German centre-back in a £30 million move. Again, he's got a load of seasons left in him, so it would make a good signing should they then go in for the long-term future. Michael Keane, another one who is a young centre-back. Liverpool, the latest club to join the race for the Burnley centre-back. I'm worried, basically, that he may end up going for an absolute humongous amount just because of the amount of clubs that are interested in him. Not sure what type of contract he's got left. That usually debates towards the price of a player. If he's got like a fair amount of deal, he will cost 30 million plus, which is kind of crazy for a player who was a Man U reject, essentially. Arda Turan is getting linked to move away from Barcelona. He's not getting games. I think he's quite happy there just to sit on the bench. However, he is getting linked to move away. Arsenal will make a 25 million bid to see if he wants to play first team football again. An ex-Everton player is next up, and he is getting linked with a move to West Ham. They want him. Obviously, he's on loan at AC Milan at the moment. West Ham want him on a permanent, but Barca may also step in. They do have a clause where they can sign him for about £11 million, which is quite cheap, and then they may sell him on, who knows, to try and make a bit more money. Marco Verratti is next up. This is a surprising one for me. Chelsea and Manchester United want Verratti. However, the main surprising point is that he's apparently unhappy at PSG. Now, I know they got hammered by Barcelona, but PSG are always going to be in the top three of the French league. Now, there's always going to be them, and then like a choice of Monaco, Lyon, etc. They get quite far in the Champions League. They're a really good club. Yes, they do need to push on a bit more, but the signings of like Draxler and Di Maria are going to push them on. If they sign, a few more decent players, they could potentially push on. So there you go, guys. Those are a huge amount of rumours that we've been going through. Also, mentions that didn't even get in this episode are Sissoko. Tottenham were willing to listen to offers for Sissoko, who is being known as an outcast. Mahrez is another one. Apparently held talks with Barcelona over a £35 million move. Over his previous form, that would be good in terms of last season, but this season he's been absolutely awful. Goretzka, Schalke centre mid. London rivals Arsenal and Spurs again set a battle for the young talented German. A massive one for me is Donnrumma. Manchester City, again, getting linked with a different goalkeeper, will apparently make a £130 million move for Donnrumma. That's just mental, the price that we're going for there. Obviously, his age is a huge factor into that, but that is just amazing. That is probably the story of the day for me. Jimenez from Atletico Madrid, centre-back. Liverpool and Manchester United are set to battle it out for the Atletico centre-back. And finally, Darmian as well. Roma wants Darmian after he admits he kind of wants to go back to Italy. I think he's a bit homesick at the moment. So, you guys, that is everything. Make sure you do drop a like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.